Avowed review. So I wanna keep this video close and personal. There's gonna be minimum amount of edits during the entire review because the game doesn't deserve for me to spend time and edit, and because I really wanna make it personal and to actually say what I really think about Avowed and Obsidian in general. So let's not waste time and let's go. So, the very first time when I thought that something was wrong with Obsidian games was after Pillars of Eternity 2, or should I say when they released Outer Worlds 1 or Outer Space, it doesn't matter what the name of the game is. Basically, I managed to play that game for like 5 hours in total, and I realized that I'm running around for 45 minutes, I'm fighting for 5 minutes, and then I'm looting stuff for 20 minutes. So there was actual 5 minutes of gameplay on every hour and a half. What is Avowed? Avowed is basically very similar to Outer Worlds 1, only this time instead of sci-fi we got high fantasy, okay? And this is also the part of the franchise, but Josh Sawyer was never on the project with Avowed, so this is part of Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. The game is placed in the world of Eora, and it uses most of the items from Pillars of Eternity 2. It uses races, names, and so on. There's a lot of similar things, only everything is stupefied. So, it mimics Outer Worlds 1 in every single aspect, including the story. Now, I don't want to go into those details how the game is woke, cause it is. It's not that woke, but it is. At the bottom line, it is. I want to talk about the overall atmosphere as far as the story goes, and the plot, and basically how NPCs react. Everything is dead. This is one dead game with very bad writing, with lackluster quests, with just so freaking generic. Like literally it's worse than Skyrim generic quests, and I'm talking Skyrim without mods, not with mods, okay? I'm talking about a shitty version of Skyrim. So this is like Skyrim but from AliExpress, and they took a big shit on Pillars of Eternity franchise. That's in short. Story is not good. It's really not good. Not that it's not good, it lacks a writer. This was done like I don't even know if the game even had a writer. Okay, so what I would give to the story here and how they butchered the entire Pillars of Eternity franchise, it doesn't go above 4 out of 10. Now, as far as game bugs and optimization goes, also, this is the downfall of Obsidian. They're forcing the Unreal Engine, and the only thing why people can play this game is because of the graphics, but even those graphics are nothing special, okay? And there is no reason for you to remain in a game if you're only there for graphics that are not that good, but the performance is disgusting. The game changes frame rates, depends on the area where you're at. You're in a big open world with a lot of lights around you and so on, frames will drop. You're in a dungeon, frames will go up. Okay, so the game goes up and down with frames non-stop when you play. Also, glitches everywhere, man, everywhere. Even when you open a chest, and I mean it, you go to open a chest and the hand passes through a chest. That's like basic glitches, and there's a bunch of other glitches as well. There were no game-breaking bugs during my run, and there were no some corrupted saves and so on. Loading screens were quite fast for Unreal Engine, and that's about it. What I would give to performance, 6 out of 10 tops. Okay, the game just works bad. For the game time, I've spent around 20 hours in a game. I reached the third map in Iora, and realized it has that Assassin's Creed flavor, Ubisoft flavor, where every map is same, where you do the same things, only changes colors. So if you were in the first map in nature like area, the second map is gonna be, you know, some undead like area, the third map is gonna be, I don't know, snow and so on. But the things you do on a world map, everything remains the same. You collect some statues, you do some bounties, and you finish the main quest. There are some stupid fetch side quests. Collect 3 of these, 5 of that, you know, and then hand them over, get some coin in return, and that's about it. That's the game time. Replay value is absolute 0, cause of the leveling and itemization system, which I'll speak about later. Now replay value is really the absolute 0. And for the game time, I don't know, man, considering the price. This is free on a Game Pass, and I guess it's fine to test out the game on a Game Pass. You're supposed to be absolutely crazy if you're able to finish this game, because it leaks on every single segment. Like, it's a very bad game. Game time, this is like 60-70 hours long game if you want to do everything there is in a game, if you're crazy to fetch with 0 replay value, yeah. So I would say like 6 out of 10 considering the full price. Now we go to the game difficulty. I played on Path of the Damned difficulty, the hardest difficulty in the game. The only thing that changes is the enemies, or should I say how they bloat with stats. And that's about it. You can get one-shotted on Path of the Damned. It depends. If you go to the higher level area than you are, you're gonna get one-shotted. If you go in order, it's a very easy game. AI is straight up brain dead, no matter if you decide to sneak, fight, parry, block, dodge. AI is completely brain dead. And the difficulty is basically nowhere. I can't even imagine how it feels on easier difficulties if it feels like this on the hardest difficulty. For the game difficulty, I would not give this game more than 5 out of 10. It was made for a gamepad, and it was made to be casual. This is like the best casual first-person RPG that you can play. Okay, it's not Skyrim anymore, now it's Avowed. Or Outer Worlds, or whatever. Obsidian is dead. That's the bottom line. As far as maps and graphics go, I already said you switch through 7-8 different world maps where you do exactly the same thing over and over again. What's good? The good would be the minimap. The disgusting would be the user interface. It feels mobile-like. It feels like stickers on a screen and not the actual user interface. Don't even want to discuss the wheel option and the entire segment that you're looking at right now. Everything looks like it came out 20 years ago. For the graphics, it's Unreal Engine, and of course, when it's Unreal Engine, the game is supposed to look great. But this game, for some reason, looks mediocre even in Unreal Engine, which also tells me that they don't care about the game that much. They're just there to advertise and to sell, and that's about it. Also, I don't wish to discuss about the false advertising for this game, how they announced the game a year or 2 ago, and what it turned out to be at the end with this Serious Sam textures and mountains. So, for the maps and graphics, again, I would not go above 5 out of 10. Now the actual part would be the gameplay. Everything that you can do in Skyrim, you can do here as well, and you add up guns on top of it all. Okay, pistols, arquebus, blunderbuss, and so on. Things that already exist in Pillars of Eternity. How is the combat? The combat is lackluster. First of all, there's not enough combat in a game. Second of all, when there is, you resolve it very fast. And the third, AI is straight up brain dead. What the gameplay consists of is you collecting fetch quests, resolving quests on a map, everything is shown with the arrow, you can't miss, everything is shown on a world map. Very easy to navigate. As I said, the most user-friendly first-person RPG that you can play. Yeah. Is there anything good out of the gameplay? Yes, there is. There is that part of exploration and how they hide items and chests. But we got another problem, it's not rewarding enough. But how they hide secrets around the map, that's good. Because the maps are huge and you need to look. You need to enter every cave, you need to check out up, down, left, right. I would say that exploration is the only positive thing about the game and that's about it. But everything is pointless when it's not rewarding in the end, okay? And that's the bottom line. The gameplay, again, I would not give it more than 6 out of 10. Now, as far as leveling and itemization goes, this is the worst part in a game. The completely stupefied Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2 leveling system, as well as itemization. So everything that you knew about Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, about items, about leveling, about a skill tree, about different builds and so on, now it's merged into only one race. You're supposed to play as a godlike, only 3 to 4 classes to pick from, skill tree is minimalistic, everything is nuked down to the ground, build variety doesn't exist in comparison to Pillars. This is basically like 5% of leveling and itemization from Pillars of Eternity. I'm dead serious, 5 freaking %. This is tedious segment of the game. It's insulting how brain dead it is, and I would not give it more than 2 out of 10. As far as NPCs and enemies go, this is a special topic. Let's start from enemies. Bosses are basically enemies, classic enemies with bloated stats. Those are the bosses. They just have bigger health pool, and that's it. Bounties are basically the same as bosses. Now here comes the funny part. Enemy variety. This game has phantoms, Xaureps, shrooms, Kit would be humans, dwarves and so on, godlikes, and spiders. And every single encounter in a game has a bear. Now I don't know if you people know why every single encounter has a bear. There is something with humans when you say that someone is a bear. And someone is using that term a lot. So, this game, and I'm dead serious about it, Xaurep camp, here comes the bears. With Xaureps, chilling with Xaureps by the way. Kit camp, humans, here come the bears. Bandits, bears. Outlaws, bears. Spiders, come with bears. Mushrooms, man, shrooms in a game, come with bears. Bears everywhere. This game, main enemy, are bears. You wanna do a stupid bounty? Well, guess what? Here comes the bear. That's serious. There's bears on every freaking corner in a game, like it's the only enemy that exists. That's the feeling I got while I was playing, and I could not stand it anymore, cause that's the enemy variety. There are no bosses in a game, there's no enemy variety. Same can be said about NPCs, not a single memorable NPC in the entire game, including your irritating companions that are also dumbed down. Instead of 5 in a team, now 2 go with you. What it reminds you of? On a nerfed Dragon Age Inquisition, at least over there. What was it? 3 companions with you at the same time? Everything is getting stupefied, and that's the bottom line. Extremely disappointing game. NPCs and enemies from me will get 2 out of 10. Music and sound, there is no music in the game. When there is, it's complete trash. main team is trash, voice acting feels like AI, completely generic, sound effects, you swing the sword, first you hear the sound and then you see the animation, completely broken sound effects as well. It's a complete mess, and again I would not give it more than 4.5 out of 10. And for the final verdict, this game is easily 3 out of 10. It's a complete disaster. Now why I say it's a complete disaster? Because every single segment in this game is lazy, unfinished, unpolished. It literally feels like an easy cash grab, milking the cow, reusing the engine from Outer Worlds, making it a high fantasy, calling it a quits. And that's about it. The game is straight up garbage and it's disgusting. Not that you should not play the game, it's not worth 1 minute of your time. And that's the bottom line. Obsidian is dead. They did not exist anymore. From the Outer Worlds 2, what you can expect is Avowed with guns. With same engine, same glitches, same enemy variety, same crap all over again. And that's a fact. Anyways, that would be my review for Avowed. I'm done with Obsidian for good. I won't play their games anymore. This company doesn't exist for me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll be seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.